So relaxing.
It is very relaxing.
Arkansas is so relaxing.
I like Arkansas.
What did you do in Arkansas?
We went to the spa.
Hot Springs National Park is a national park, obviously. That was built on top of Hot Spring.
Oh, I was going to guess it.
Uh,
That was going to be my first guess. And what did they build on top of those?
they built bathhouses.
Are you eating your eye treatments?
So you can't really see the hot springs except for in just a little area and stuff, but we did get to drink the water. We got to see what they do for a spa treatment. Bucket list for later, right here. Sorry, we should probably keep our voices down a little bit too. We don't want to disturb any of the other spa goers.
It was pretty cool. They did, it's a historical bathhouse, so it was in operation in the early 1900s.
Right.
Late 1800s they started. And you could tour the whole bathhouse. It's no longer functional.
Right.
The historic section. And you could go through the different locker rooms, the different stages of spa.
And to be clear, the men's side is way nicer than the women's side.
It was 100 years ago. You couldn't even vote back then.
I'm just saying. And we got a little part of the roof to be naked on. You guys got a big part.
The tiniest cup ever.
What are you drinking?
Hot water from that water salon.
The water saloner?
Right there and there.
What does the water come from?
Underneath.
Yeah? Do you remember what it's called, Benny? A hot spring?
Uh-huh.
Is it nice and warm?
What else did we do in Arkansas?
We did some
We're at
hiking.
Mount Nebo State Park. We're doing about a mile hike. It's taken about 2 hours. Very slippery rocks, lots of steps. Pretty cool. Very rustic trail. Beautiful. Even though it's winter.
And everything's covered up by leaves.
Yeah, carpeted leaves that make everything slick. So hands
And
with
hidden.
kids.
And muddy. See? They're playing in the mud. Mount Nebo State Park was pretty cool. To get up there, you basically have to like turn, what would you say?
179 and a half degrees.
Oh my gosh. Those turns are crazy. When you have to look out of your side window to see the road, you know it's intense.
Yeah.
So, but it was beautiful. It was kind of a longer hike too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we put on the miles that day. It was a very rustic hike too, because the fall leaves had make all the steps and everything covered and the pathways, so it was kind of a obstacle course just walking around. And we and we climbed up the side of a waterfall, very steep rocks, the kids. So it was
Oh my goodness.
good level 9 out of 10 hike for anything that a 4 and 5-year-old can handle.
It was crazy.
Then we went to the Amazeum.
The museum was pretty amazing. One thing about Arkansas is there is a big Walmart distribution center in, what's the name of that town?
I don't know. Wall? Is that what Walmart's named after?
Boy. But, so there's a big distribution center there. So the Amazeum had like a sponsored area from Walmart, like Kellogg and stuff like that. So, very, very, very nice children's museum. Probably one of the nicest ones we've been to.
Yeah.
Just in, quality and setup and just everything. I mean, they had a little Hershey's science experiment, and we made like Aztec hot chocolate, which is really cool. What did we just do, Ben?
Made Hershey.
Made some ancient drinking chocolate. I can tell. How does your face taste?
Delicious.
Chocolatey delicious. Did you have fun? Oliver didn't like it, so I drank his. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a stop motion video machine, so
Made a
me
video.
and Oliver could play with that and made a video. Gotta make sure. We gotta make sure.
got my eye.
Oh, man.
Come on, Ben. Come over here, Benny. He got you.
Oh, my towel's starting to relax too much. Alright. I don't know if it's a towel or a bandage at this point.
Worm it in.
I feel like I had some head trauma.
You look like you had some trouble.
Yep. I survived the battle versus Oliver and Bennett, but just barely.
Great. Oh, all right. There we go. Snuggled in.
How do we make even a spa stressful?
I don't know.
Holy
Oh goodness,
smokes.
I'm losing my towel.
Whoa, it's not that kind of a video.
Tuck them in. Tuck them in. Okay. Anyways. So.
All right, so we also we went to Christ of the Ozarks.
Which is a huge sculpture of Christ with his arms open wide, you know, like hug style, looking over the Ozark Mountains. Which is really cool.
I love these random statues we come across on this
Right?
trip.
They're so
You know,
cool.
you're driving along and then you're in Birmingham and there's a big statue of a Roman god. And where did we see that other Jesus statue? In the
In the
middle
Ozarks.
of... No, the other one. The first one, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's like in Missouri. There's a Jesus statue. It's massive.
Right.
And now here we are in the Ozarks and another Jesus statue. Boom.
Boom.
You're in New York City and there's this huge statue of some lady.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
So weird. In the water. What you doing there? She doesn't have her swimsuit on.
She had sandals though.
Yeah, she couldn't swim,
Well, technically she was on a beach.
I guess. Still, not really beach appropriate.
But why a tablet, you know?
Right.
Was it her iPad? Was she taking pictures?
Maybe.
Was it nighttime? She had a torch, you know? I don't understand what that was about.
Maybe.
We use a flashlight,
Old school.
I
No
guess.
school like the old school.
Very confusing.
They also had a piece of the Berlin Wall there, which was random but kind of cool. And missile. What are those?
Like a bomb shelter?
Yeah, they had a bomb shelter from Israel. So there's only like 2 in the United States, and that's where one of them was. That's Christ of the Ozarks. So
Very random thing in the middle of Arkansas.
right.
But not
Super
the most
random.
random thing in the middle of Arkansas.
What's the most random thing?
A safari. I mean, you think safari, you think Africa, not Arkansas.
Right. I mean, it kind of sounds the same.
Well, maybe if you're saying African, you sneezed or something. That still sounds like Africa. I was wrong.
That's okay.
But there was a safari right there.
A drive-through safari. That I think Bennett was in heaven a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the drive-through part was, yeah, she liked that too.
It was pretty cool.
So what came right up to our van?
I think there was an emu
Yep, an emu popping his head at the window, looking at Ben.
and a fat little zebra hanging out and watching us.
And a llama walks up with its cool
Awesome
little
hair.
hairdo.
Llamas have the
Little-
best hair ever.
Yeah, I don't know where
so
they get their
cool.
llama toupees.
They're so awesome.
Should see where they get them from. Kind of grab one for myself.
Yeah, and we saw a Dorbs hippo
Yeah.
that was friends with a rhinoceros.
Mm-hmm.
We are not making this up, folks.
Nope.
It
Check
was
the
like
footage.
Lion King in the Wilderness Safari
In Arkansas.
in Arkansas. There was also a part of the drive-through safari that had snakes, which I don't think the gates could really hold them. So that just tells me that these really poisonous snakes were everywhere. But don't let that scare you.
Yeah, you can't get out anyways.
Right, thank goodness. We know what happens when you can open your windows. Which they did have little bags that you could feed them. But there's a traumatic childhood story of mine that was probably more traumatic for my mom about feeding the animals at the drive-through safari.
What attacked you?
Camel.
Is it a camel or a giraffe? I
Camel.
see.
It was so funny. Mom, we found the video of it, and it looked like a horror story. Like, well, it has a camera, and it's like, "Ah, they did pet a kangaroo.
Mm-hmm. There's a walkthrough part, so you could walk around right with the animals, and there's kangaroos just laying there.
Right. And Ben snuck up. There was like a little Joey, maybe a little older of a Joey, a Joe. We'll call him a Joe. 'Cause Joeys are probably pretty little, but then they kind of grow into Joes. Like, oh, you know, don't call me Joey, call me Joe. That was sleeping, so she'd sneak up to it. Oh, Ben, don't touch the kangaroo. Don't touch him. He's sleeping. So she'd sneak closer. Ben, don't touch it. Sneak up. Ben, don't you. She touched the kangaroo, and then the kangaroo kind of stretched, and she ran backwards. And then they snuck back up, and then Oliver eventually was brave enough to do it too. Snuck back up and petted it, and then it got up, and they both ran away about as fast as they could.
Kids and kangaroo.
Right?
Different directions. They were done with each other.
Yep.
Daddy, can you come follow us?
No, Benny. We did eat at a restaurant called Stobies. I don't know if it's Stobies or Stoobies. Stobies?
Sounds
I
right.
think it was Stobies.
Good cheese dip.
Excuse me.
Very relaxing.
Very relaxing. This is pretty embarrassing. Yeah, so Stobies was kind of a super fun surprise because it was in a train car.
Yep.
So,
Oliver quite enjoyed that. He
Yeah.
had to pull the air horn, but he had to plug his ears because it was too loud.
good girl. So, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel, give us a big thumbs up, and we will see you next week as we adventure on. And then the bigger one is a rhinoceros.
I guess
Can
the
you back it up maybe just a
rhinoceros
touch?
is the daddy hippo. I guess the rhinoceros is daddy.
There you go.